Alright, so the new Tor patch is about to drop on global tomorrow, and probably a lot of people are going to be asking, what should I do? I'm so lost. But yeah, it is a confusing time because this character, I feel like way more than Sabnak, has people very much wondering if it is worth or not to summon. Because the unit itself is good, and the banner just kind of ruins it big time. Like this is one of the worst banners in the game's history, and I'm counting like collab banners. If you've seen some of the old collab banners we used to have, I think some of the recent ones weren't as bad, but remember like ReZero, dude, those banners were just atrocious. This is almost on that level where it just has a bunch of useless festivals. Like all festivals that you see on screen right here are not meta in PvP. Or anywhere really. I mean, Hell with the Holy Relic is good if you want to maybe get to Champ 1, but if you really want to get, up there, you're probably going to need Fast Goffer now at this point. And I mean, Liz has been irrelevant for a long time. Maybe one day Goddess comes back. Or not. Not looking likely. Goddess doesn't have a single UR festival, and UR festivals dominate the game massively. So the rest of the banner is absolutely garbage. It is insane how bad this banner is. Actually absurd. So it's tough. Tor is good in two things. PvP, of course. Unknowns are... The more I use, the more I think they are number 2 right now. And maybe this opinion could change across the next week with more and more players getting to play with the team, but humans still seem to be number 1, and unknowns are like a close second, and sins are kind of like in a position where they can't really compete very well against unknowns, it seems, but I haven't faced many sin teams right now. In any case, this team is the proper unknown team right now, but you can swap out Galfer for a little less of a good team, for like Hell with the Holy Relic, or Fatoria, or some other options as well, like Merlin, the newer one we got. They're not as good, but they'll do the job. But the real unknown team, the real one, is the Fu UR Festival. Extremely held back by Nanashi's garbage CC, but it is what it is, right? Definitely want to upgrade his Holy Relic if you're gonna run unknown. So if you don't have this full UR Festival team, right? You didn't summon for Sabnak, potentially didn't summon for Guffer because you were just off of summoning for another banner. At that point we were getting really good banners, and then the anniversary was about to come up, you have to save. Then you might be in a tough position, right? Where else is she good? Well, they made a game mode just for her, so that's good, right? They made this bird 4th floor, weekly reset, that she has strong against. Does it show here? It does. And that gives her 30% crit damage. It gives all allies 10% basic stats if you use her. And not only that, she has special abilities within the fight where she essentially trivializes one of the very difficult phases. If you don't have her, that phase is very annoying, which is the one that you need to use Amplify cards. Either you use Amplify cards, I don't know if there's another card you can use, but it's either Amplify or her cards. It's not like, oh, it's because the skill name that she has is the one that needs to be used, like crit chance or like crit damage. No, her skills, specifically from the character. This is the first time they've done this, where it's like a character is specifically made to trivialize an activity by their existence. Obviously, we've had characters that in their passive, they say, oh, in this activity, they have this passive. In this activity, they have this passive. There's nothing in her passive that is related to this activity. She's not meant for this activity, but the activity is meant for her, if that makes sense. So, yeah, obviously we had characters that are meant to be good for certain activities, but this is not like that. The activity is meant to be good for her. I hope I explained myself well here. But yeah, if you want to farm this boss, I actually do highly recommend pulling for her. If you don't have her, this boss is extremely difficult. Like legit, she makes the boss a joke, but if you don't have her, the boss is extremely difficult. And the thing is, it's not like, okay, like Squirrel, right? So Squirrel, if you don't have Valenti, you can beat floor 1 and 2 no problem, and you can muster up 3. It's annoying, and honestly not worth your time. If it takes like a couple of attempts, might as well just, you know, whatever, right? Holy Relics for Squirrel barely release anyways. And when they do, it's like Darieri's Relic, Camilla's Relic. Hell's Relic is good, but it's alright. But, you know, the Relic track record here is here and there, right? You can just beat floor 1 and 2 and you're done for the week. Wait for next week. This game mode is not like that. You need to beat this bird hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of times. There's no limit to this. And it's RNG drops. So you need to beat it until you get the good drops. This game mode sucks, bro. When it drops on global, you know, you're gonna go in here and you're gonna beat it the first time. You're gonna be like, wow, this was, you know, a challenging activity. That was kind of fun. And that, like, the first time you beat it, it's not that bad. But then you realize, oh, I need to beat this like 100 more times. What? You suddenly realize why. It's just like the Demon King fight. Like this activity would be cool if you didn't have to beat him 100 times for no reason. Like the way that they're designing these fights to be played like that, you know, it's just to waste time, and it sucks. But what can you do, right? What can you do? So yeah, the character is good. I'm gonna say this, right? So if you already have a team that is capable, I genuinely don't see the reason why you would now start working on Unknown, especially because Unknown is done. This is Unknown. I do not believe they would release another UR Festival Unknown, so they're probably going to start focusing on other teams again. Unknown is done. I personally want to see if I want to break from UR festivals to begin with, but if the next UR festival is going to be something next month or the month after, I would like to see a human from Night of the Apocalypse. So it's going to be another UR festival for Human Team, and Human Team is going to be finally a full UR festival team, and it's probably going to blow Unknown out of the water because it's already a bit better. So at the end of the day, it's obviously your decision. You summon, you say, oh, I like blonde woman with big boob, then it's on you, right? But I'm just letting you know. So the character is good though. Like, I think that the character is very much held back by the team, by the way. Nanashi holds her back because he has bad CC. Sabnak, dude, I hate this character. Like, using this character pisses me off to no end. I could go on and on about how bad the design of her passive is. There's so many things wrong with this character. And Galfer is just like a character from 2019 with high CC. Galfer is a character from 2019, bro. This unit is being held back so much. Remember Arthur when he came out and he was being held back by humans? That's exactly what's happening to Tor right now. Like, she's so broken. She's so good, and her team just kind of sucks, man. Like, she's my L. She's Arthur back when he came out. She's yeah. I mean, unknowns aren't uncommon. Collabs happen, but you know. She'll come back in 6 months, so. What else is coming with this update? There's the relic upgrade I just talked about, so. There's like a new system. Honestly, it's not even worth explaining, but I guess I'll be quick with it. Is it this? Where is it? I don't even know where it is. Alright, it's the top right here, the adventure log. So every day there's gonna be like missions if you want to beat them. I play JP, so I can't be asked to read what they are. But you play global, so you're probably gonna be okay. You're gonna get these tickets. They're free for a free banner. The banner sucks, but you know, free summons are free summons. And the thing is, you know how these missions would usually expire at the end of the celebration? It seems like, and I can confirm this, but it seems like this will stay. Like, even if you don't complete it now, it will stay, and you can complete it some other time. That's what I get it from this, but like every time I look at a patch note, it's like, it doesn't explain very well. But that's, I think, the idea with this new adventure log thing. And this is the free banner right here. I mean, it is free summons, which is cool, but the banner does suck ass. Like, it's just these garbage commandments and then these old ass archangels. I mean, if you need dupes for these characters for boxes, then there's that, right? And then you do get a guaranteed Megalda, which if you play the game for like any period of time, you have her. Same for this character. I mean, I see why they're giving them, like Megalda's good for Bird, and then she's good for Snake, but like she needs the Snake relic to be good, so I don't know. Free summons are free summons, then you can get for free some coins, and I think that's the most you're gonna get out of that banner. Hell's Holy Relic I've already talked about. If you don't have UR Festival Gaffer, but you have Sabnak and you want to run Unknown, I would highly recommend making this relic. It makes her a bit better. It's not an insane relic by any means, but it does make her better. Increases her crit chance and crit damage by 10% for each source of ping on the enemy, up to 50%. It was a bit confusing the way it was translated from Google Translate, if it meant that it would only increase based on the enemy she's attacking, but it seems like on the global translation it is based on how many are on the enemy team. So that's pretty good. She's gonna have a high like activation time of this passive, of the 50% crit damage. In addition, every time Undying Shepherd is removed from the hero, recovers 3% max HP. If you have her with dupes, you know, you get those revives, and every time she revives, she actually comes back with 30% HP, not 0 or 0.1, whatever. She comes back with 1 health, right? But, well, I'll say this, it does scale with recovery, it seems, so it's more than 30, it's more like 50. So it's, I mean, it's pretty good. The relic is good. It's nothing insane, but the relic is good. All the rest of the stuff from the celebration is like generic celebration stuff, I'll be honest. It's nothing to go crazy about. Like, there's a boss fight, I haven't even beaten this because it's a repeat. We've already had this before. There's all the stuff you'd expect, right? There's nothing new, nothing crazy. That's it, right? That's the update. Oh, there's Hero Arena. Hero Arena, by the way, I haven't finished it yet. I did one tower. They made it 5 weeks instead of 6, so you're gonna get less stuff this time, like from the shop. But you can still get the LR coins, no problem, which is like the only thing that really matters from there. That's the whole UR Festival celebration. There's also a login bonus, but that's it.